It was a bright and sunny Saturday morning. The Johnson family had been planning a trip to the beach for weeks, and today was the perfect day. The sky was clear, the birds were singing, and the air smelled fresh. Everyone was excited. Mr. and Mrs. Johnson packed a large picnic basket with sandwiches, fresh fruit, and cold drinks. They also brought sunscreen, beach towels, and an umbrella. Their two children, Emma and Jake, packed their toys, swimsuits, and a beach ball. "Is everyone ready?" Mr. Johnson asked as he loaded the car. "Yes," the kids shouted in excitement. The drive to the beach took about an hour. Along the way, they played games and sang songs. Emma pointed out a big red barn, and Jake spotted a herd of cows grazing in a field. "Look at that one! It's so big!" he exclaimed. When they arrived, they found a perfect spot near the water. The sand was warm and soft under their feet. The waves crashed gently against the shore, and the salty ocean breeze made them feel relaxed. Emma and Jake ran toward the water. "Wait, don't forget sunscreen," Mrs. Johnson called. She applied sunscreen to their faces and arms before letting them play. Jake grabbed his beach ball and threw it into the air. Emma chased after it, laughing. "Let's build a sandcastle," she said. Together, they gathered wet sand and used small buckets to make towers. Mr. Johnson helped dig a moat around it. While the kids played, Mrs. Johnson spread out the beach towels and set up the umbrella. She and Mr. Johnson sat down to relax. "This is nice," she said, taking a deep breath. "It feels so peaceful." After a while, the kids came back, hungry from all the running and swimming. They sat on the towels and enjoyed their picnic. The sandwiches tasted delicious, and the cold juice was refreshing. "I love the beach," Emma said with a big smile. "Me too," Jake added. After lunch, they decided to take a walk along the shore. They collected seashells of different shapes and colors. Emma found a pink shell, and Jake found a white one with tiny holes. "These are beautiful," said Mrs. Johnson. As they walked, they saw a small crab crawling on the sand. Jake tried to touch it, but it quickly scurried away. "It's so fast," he laughed. Later, Mr. Johnson suggested they fly a kite. They had brought a bright yellow kite with a long tail. The wind was perfect. Jake held the string while Emma ran with the kite. Soon, it was flying high in the sky. Then, they played a game of beach volleyball with a few other families nearby. It was a fun and energetic game, and both teams cheered for each other. As the afternoon passed, the family decided to go for one last swim. The water was cool and refreshing. They splashed each other and floated on their backs, looking up at the sky. Emma tried to dive underwater and hold her breath for as long as she could. Jake laughed as he pretended to be a sea monster chasing her. After swimming, they dried off and sat on the sand to enjoy an ice cream from a nearby vendor. The sweet, cold treat was perfect for the warm day. After their ice cream, the kids wanted to explore a little more. They found a group of kids playing near a cluster of rocks. "Let's see what's over there," Jake said excitedly. As they walked closer, they saw small tide pools filled with tiny fish, colorful shells, and even a starfish. Wow! Look at this! Emma pointed at the starfish, amazed. Mr. Johnson took out his phone and snapped a picture. They spent some time observing the little sea creatures and even dipped their hands in the water. "It feels so cool," Jake said, gently touching a tiny fish that swam by. They also found a message in a bottle buried in the sand. It wasn't a real message, but a note left by another family. It read, "Enjoy your day at the beach. Leave a note for the next person." Emma and Jake decided to write their own message, "We had the best day ever," and placed it back in the bottle before putting it near the rocks again. When the sun started to set, they packed up their things. The sky turned orange and pink, and the waves sparkled in the light. It was a beautiful sight. They took one last walk along the shore, letting the waves touch their feet. "I wish we could stay longer," Emma sighed. "Me too," Jake agreed, holding his mother's hand. On the drive home, Emma and Jake felt sleepy. "That was the best day ever," Jake said, yawning. "Yes, it was," Mrs. Johnson agreed, smiling at her happy family. As they drove, they talked about their favorite moments of the day. Emma loved collecting seashells, while Jake enjoyed flying the kite. Mr. Johnson said he liked building the sandcastle, and Mrs. Johnson enjoyed the peaceful sound of the waves. They all agreed that they should come back to the beach again soon. When they arrived home, the kids took a warm bath and put on their pajamas. "Good night, Mom." "Good night, Dad," they said sleepily. "Good night, my loves," Mrs. Johnson whispered as she kissed them good night. As Emma and Jake drifted off to sleep, they dreamed of sandy beaches, blue waves, and another wonderful family trip to the beach. It was a perfect day, filled with laughter, adventure, and memories that would last forever.